With Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton having sewn up the Formula One Constructors and Drivers' Championships, the temptation for both parties to take their foot off the throttle at the Brazilian Grand Prix might be forgiven. There is no indication either party is inclined to do so, indeed taking momentum into 2018 is the target at Interlagos on Sunday. Hamilton secured his fourth title at the previous race in Mexico with 9 victories to the 3 of his title rival Sebastian Vettel, and has made it clear he wants to finish strongly. Memories of 2015 still loom large. That year, after winning his third title with 3 races remaining, Hamilton admitted he relaxed and his teammate Nico Rosberg won all 3. Rosberg took that confidence into the next season, winning the opening 4 Grand Prix on his way to the title. Hamilton is sporting 4 stars on his helmet and he wants to be on the front foot to make it 5 in 2018. He has won in Brazil only once before, and another victory at one of the truly testing and great circuits, the Autodromo José Carlos Paz, would be one he would relish. More importantly, after what was a close fight with Vettel until the Ferrari driver dropped away in the course of 3 races, Singapore, Malaysia and Japan, he is aware he must maintain his advantage over the German. There have been weak points that have been shown, pressure points, Hamilton said. I am sure he is going to try to work on those areas and I am going to continue to raise my game. Should Hamilton win here and at the final meeting in Abu Dhabi, he would equal his record of 11 victories in a season, that of his second championship in 2014. The British driver enjoys setting records, but they are not his focus until he has them. At Interlagos, keeping the pressure on Vettel will be paramount, but he also indicated that one of the sport's greatest achievements is at least on his radar. The 32-year-old has 62 wins, 29 behind Michael Schumacher's record of 91, a target he had not previously considered, but such has been his form of late it seems edging one closer in Brazil would certainly be welcomed. I think I can continue winning for a long time if the fight remains within me, and it is there now, he said. I still don't really have a desire to chase Michael, although I am a lot closer than I ever was. Before it felt so distant, getting 91 wins, it's a long way off, but it's not impossible to potentially get somewhere near. He is contracted to Mercedes for 1 more year and expected to sign a new deal at the end of this season. His team, in turn, go into the race looking to further exploit their strength for 2018, using Friday's practice sessions to experiment with aerodynamic instrumentation devices and pit stop equipment. Their testing did not appear to be at the cost of on-track form, with Hamilton's and his teammate Valtteri Bottas Netwo finished the quickest in first practice and again in the second session, when they were 2 tenths clear of Daniel Ricciardo's Red Bull and Vettel's Ferrari. Interlagos demands a complex setup, requiring downforce to maximize the tight infield but balancing it with the need for straight-line speed on the run between turns 3 and 4 and on the drag up the hill from junk out to turn 1. Mercedes will be strong, especially in qualifying, but Ferrari need to make a comeback, proving the potential they have for next season that they could not display through those 3 costly meetings will be of paramount importance to the Scuderia and Vettel. Red Bull too are looking to conclude on a high. Max Verstappen has 2 wins and a second place from the past 4 races, and while the RB13 will struggle for horses, its improvement in the second half of the season should at least be exploited in race pace through the corners. The titles are gone, but the leading protagonists all have a point still to make in Brazil. McLaren's Fernando Alonso, who has been clear about his desire to win motor racing's Triple Crown, victories at Monaco, the Indy 500 and Le Mans, appears to be moving closer to his goal after a reported drive with Toyota at Le Mans next year has been agreed. Britain's George Russell, the 19-year-old winner of this year's GP3 title, made a strong F1 debut, taking 12th place in the opening practice session, where he deputized for Force India's Sergio Perez, and is confident he will be able to take on a full drive at some point. I feel ready for an F1 seat next season, he said. I wanted to do this test because, as we have seen in F1, anything can happen. I can now say I am the man to jump in, and that I am ready to make the step up.